Turkey burgers are cheaper than ground beef burgers, then why don't more people eat them? Well, maybe because they're dry and flavorless, but today I'm gonna show you how to fix those two problems by making a turkey burger that's juicy, packed with flavor, and it's cheaper than a regular beef burger. So I'm starting with 2 pounds of turkey right here, okay? 2 pounds of ground turkey. When you're buying the ground turkey, go for an organic ground turkey if you can. And typically it's like a 90-10 split. You're not really gonna be able to manipulate it that much. If you can get something with higher fat, do so, but really in the market, it's about 90-10. I'm gonna start with 1 egg. Okay, egg is richness and moisture. The egg is gonna retain a ton of moisture, so always go with an egg in your ground turkey. I usually do 1 egg to 2 pounds of meat, so do half an egg to a pound of meat, whatever. Work that ratio any way that you want. For flavoring, I'm also gonna add some fresh herbs. I've got roughly a tablespoon of Italian flat leaf parsley, fresh thyme, and cilantro right there. Go with whatever herbs you like. Make the flavor your own. Now I've got a half a teaspoon of granulated garlic. I'm gonna go with maybe a teaspoon of Dijon mustard as well. That Dijon mustard is gonna add bite. It's gonna cut through some of the richness of the turkey, although you're not gonna pick up too much flavor from that Dijon. That Dijon, ooh, maybe we should make like a a Dijon mustard. I think we just came across something. All right, now here's a little trick. I'm gonna grate some white onion into the turkey meat. Now, why do I grate it? I want the moisture in there, and I want a fine mouthfeel on the onion. This moisture from the onion is going to actually add a better flavor to the turkey. And as I said, moisture is gonna prevent it from drying out. So we're basically making an onion juice here. And I'm grating roughly a quarter of an onion into the turkey burger. So this is a trick. The grating is the key. I do the same thing with my potato latkes. I like grating onions. Oh, it's starting to make me cry. Wow, that's going into my eyes. Obviously, just so you know the science behind why I'm crying so much right now, hysterically, as if I just watched 3 episodes of The View on repeat, is because it's the cells in the onions. And then when you grate them, you're crushing those cells. The sulfur is bursting into my eyes. And that's why a sharp knife prevents you from crying when you cut an onion, because then you're not bursting the cells, you're slicing through them cleanly. So little side note right there, if you don't want to cry when you cut onions, use a really sharp knife. Okay, I'm gonna add Worcestershire sauce, which is going to give me the umami, roughly 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then, okay, I'm gonna work in a little bit of whole butter. Now I'm gonna do roughly 2 tablespoons of whole butter, but I'm doing it in pieces so it evenly distributes throughout the turkey as I mix it. All right, so this is roughly 2 tablespoons of whole butter, room temperature butter that I'm kind of gonna work into this turkey meat. Now what's gonna happen is we're gonna have pockets of the butter, which is fat, milk solids, a lot of flavor, but then also as the butter starts to melt, it's gonna release a little bit of steam, which is gonna keep and retain the moisture inside the turkey, so that when we're done with it, it's not dry and hockey puck-like, it's buttery and rich, and you've got those toasted milk solids. So this right here is a turkey burger that'll blow your mind. Now the key is mixing it, all right? You don't wanna over-mix it, but we need to incorporate these flavors. So I'm gonna use a spoon so that prevents us from over-mixing it, because when people mix with their hands, they end up over-mixing portions of the meat. And then those protein fibers get a little bit too tight, and that's what squeezes some of the moisture out as it cooks. Instead, by having air pockets inside of our turkey mix as we cook it, there's gonna be more surface area in a microscopic manner that we can caramelize or create that Maillard browning, which is when those amino acids start to sear in the pan. In addition to the fact that the steam that's being released in those air pockets, that's gonna keep the turkey meat pretty moist. So I'm gonna make sure that the butter is incorporated, but not completely incorporated. I actually like those little pockets of butter in there. So as you see, we're almost mixing this as if it's like a dough, right? And this is good, this is what we want. We actually want it to be a little wet like this, all right? So here we go. And you can do this ahead of time. You can do this roughly, 12 to 24 hours ahead of time and let your burgers sit in the fridge if you want. But if you'll notice, one thing I didn't do right now was salt the meat. I don't want the salt on the inside of the meat because that's actually going to draw the moisture out. I'm gonna salt the exterior of the burgers right before I sear them. Now as you look, like these are definitely sticky, but don't let that confuse you. That's what you want, okay? Because that's the flavor right there. We're gonna pan sear these in a carbon steel pan, but we're not gonna finish them in the pan. We're gonna finish them in the oven. Now you can do this on the grill as well. And if you don't want to incorporate the oven into this process, you can just cook the burgers directly on the heat at first to mark the turkey burgers. And then you can finish them on the second tier of the grill, which essentially creates kind of a smoker or a convection style oven on the top of your grill. Now, turkey meat does and can contain salmonella. Typically, you don't see too many cases of salmonella poisoning from turkey meat. However, you are gonna wanna cook these to 160 plus 165 degrees to kill any risk, any of that salmonella. It's poultry, and I'm always making sure that I'm washing my hands as I touch this. So I'm gonna sanitize my cutting board afterwards, and then I'm gonna wash my hands right now. Now, if you notice, I didn't put a divot inside the turkey burgers. The reason I didn't do that is because there's not as much connective tissue in this meat, right? In the turkey burger meat. So it's not gonna tighten up the same way that ground beef would. So I just kind of leave it as is. But it's really about this consistency, which is almost wet. The same thing applies with turkey meatballs. You could use this recipe for turkey meatballs as well. Maybe add some Italian seasoning to it, but it's also a really good recipe for those balls. I'm gonna add extra virgin olive oil to my pan here. I'm going to finish these with a little bit of butter, and remember, we've got the butter in there, so that's key. Give the hands a little wash here. So now they're in the pan, I'm gonna salt the other side. I had salted one side just as I carried these over to the stovetop. So now both sides are salted, which is key. And don't play with these, right? So it's probably gonna be 2 to 3 minutes on the first side. I'm gonna flip them, kiss them on the other side just to set the protein. And now I'm gonna put them right onto this sheet pan, which I'm gonna actually hit with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil right now. And then we're gonna finish these burgers in the oven. And then the fat that's left over in the pan, I'm gonna use to sear my buns for the turkey burgers. So these have been on for about 2.5, 3 minutes. But the way in which I know they're ready to flip is as you see it starts to cook around the side. So that's the raw side, and you can see where it's starting to cook about halfway up the burger. That's when you know it's time to flip it. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna flip them, and I'm going to just press them a little bit just to give it a bit more circumference on the burger. But as you see here, you know, these burgers, which were very wet, have started to retain their shape and their size. So you do the same thing on the grill as well. Once again, I didn't do the grill because I wanna show you guys how you can get this done just right off of your stovetop. But for the grill, as I mentioned, same idea, but instead of using the oven, just use that second tier of your grill, or turn the heat down on the grill so that they cook all the way through without overcooking the exterior. So now I just kissed that other side. All I'm gonna do is take these and I'm gonna put them on a sheet pan, okay? And then I'm gonna pop these into the oven. And it's a 350 degree oven, and I'm gonna bake them in the oven for probably another 8 minutes until they hit 165 degrees on the inside. So don't forget about this pan right now. You see, I want all the flavor that's in the pan. So I'm gonna take my burger buns, which are nice soft brioche buns, and I'm just gonna toast them on both sides really quickly to get some of that flavor, just to give it a little toast right there. Look at that, it's beautiful. Getting some of that turkey flavor. You guys ready to eat some turkey burgers?
Yeah.
All right, good times, good times. You guys want anchovies on your turkey burgers?
No.
Wait, you don't?
I can try it, but...
That's the behavior I like. That, now we're talking. So the burgers are about 90% done. I'm gonna put the cheese on now so that we don't add the cheese and overcook the burgers. You gotta finish the cheese with the burgers at the right time, so here we go. Pretty cheesy on this. You guys want them pretty cheesy?
Yeah.
Everybody likes cheese?
Yeah.
All right, who doesn't love cheese on their burgers? Communists. Look at that, beautiful. So I'm gonna use all that cheese as I build these burgers. Scoop all that cheese. I don't want to lose that, okay? Because what's happening is that cheese is mixing in with those turkey juices and all the flavoring that we put inside the burger. So you don't want to lose that. It's almost like a little turkey fondue. Where's my tasting panel? Let's give these guys a cut, okay? Oh, guys, look at that. Look at how juicy that is. Do you see that? There you go.
That's in the light.
There you go.
Let me try that.
Look at that, squeeze, look at that juice. Look at how juicy.
I said favorite. It's so good. Bob.
Let's do a cheers on this. Cheers, 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 cheers. Flavor, fat. Wouldn't even know it's turkey. This recipe isn't that complicated, but you're definitely gonna wanna print the PDF on this one and give it to friends and family. So click on the link below in the description for the full recipe.